Hello, my dear children. Welcome to the IIT JEE coaching class. Okay, my dear children. In the previous class, we have discussed sets. Today also, we are continue the same topic. We continue the same topic, sets. Okay, my dear children. Are you ready to listen the class? Yes. Now come to the first question. Question number 1. In a survey of 600 students in a school, 150 students were found to be taking tea and 225 taking coffee. 100 were taking both tea and coffee. Then the number of students who were taking neither tea nor coffee is. Understood this question, my dear children? Right. See the first option 310, second option 320, third option 327, and fourth option 325. Okay, my dear children. Now, see, out of these four options, fourth option D is correct. That is 325. Okay, my dear children. So, to check this answer, let us see this explanation part. I have drawn Venn diagram. See this Venn diagram. In this Venn diagram, U stands for total number of students in the school. How many students are there in the school? 600. Okay, my children. Here I have drawn two circles. This circle stands for the number of students who are taking coffee, and this circle denotes the number of students, the students who are taking tea. I clearly mentioned, see, coffee, tea means, tea stands for tea. Okay, so how many students are taking tea? 150 students. So T is equal to 150. In this circle, the total number of students is 150. How many students are taking coffee? 325. In this total circle, there should be 225 students. And what is given? 100 students, both tea and coffee. 100 students are taking both tea and coffee. So I have written that number. Do you remember this part denotes the common part, intersection part of C and T. So first we fill that common part and we fill the remaining parts one by one. Okay, my dear children. So first I filled it this part, intersection part, 100. So actually how many students should be there in this entire circle? 225. Already 100 students are there. Then how many students will be there? Who should be there? 225 minus 100. What will you get here? 125. So this 125, this number shows the number of students who take only coffee. Only coffee. Similarly, come to this circle. In this entire circle, total 150 students should be there. Already in this circle, 100 students are there already. See, observe this circle. Already 100 students are there. So the remaining students, how many students are left here? 50. 100 minus 150 minus 100. So this 50. This number 50 denotes the number of students who take tea only tea. Understood, my dear children? Now, if you add these three numbers, 125 plus 100 plus 50, then we find the number of students who take either tea or coffee. Okay, my dear children. But they asked the number of students who are not taking neither tea nor coffee. Okay, my dear children. Right. Now, let us assume that letter C denotes students who are taking coffee and T denotes the students who are taking tea. So, denote the students taking coffee and tea respectively. Okay, my children. Now, from the question, we can write these equations. Here n of t stands for number of students who are taking t. How many students are taking t in the question? 150. Understood this one, my dear children? Right. N of C. N of C denotes the number of students who are taking coffee. How many students are taking coffee in the question? 225. Understood this part, my dear children? Right. N of C intersection T. N of C intersection T denote number of students who are taking both coffee and tea. How many students are there in the question who are taking both tea and coffee? 100. Understood this part, my children? Right. We know that N of C union T. Here we are using N of A union B formula. Do you remember that formula, my dear children? What is the formula? N of A union B is equal to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. In the place of A, we are taking C, and in the place of B, we are taking T. Okay, my children. Therefore, N of C union T, not cut. C union T. Okay, my children, is equal to N of C plus N of T minus N of C intersection T. Okay, my children. So, in this statement, I am substituting the values of N of T, N of C, and N of C intersection T. N of C means 225, N of T 150 minus N of C intersection T 100. Understood this step, my children? Right. Now come to the next step. Here, by adding these two numbers, what will you get here? 375 minus, I wrote this 100 as it is. Now we have to simplify these two numbers. 375 minus 100. What will you get here? 275. Understood this step, my children? Right. Again, come to the question. In the given question, total number of students. How many students are there in the class? 600. So, N of universal set 600. Okay, my children? Right. We have to find the number of students who are taking neither tea nor coffee. That is, we have to find N of C union T whole dash. Understood this point, my children? Actual question is we have to find N of C union T, not cut. Don't confuse here. This is union. N of C union T whole dash. So, N of C union T whole dash is equal to N of universal set. N of universal set minus N of C union T. Understood this point, my dear children? Right. That is equal to, what is N of universal set? 600. 600 minus N of C union T. We found here already 275. I substituted here. Understood this step, my children? Right. Now 600 minus 275. What will you get? 325. This number denotes the number of students who were taking neither tea nor coffee. Understood, my dear children? Right. Now come to the question number 2. Question number 2. If A and B are two sets, then A union B dash whole dash intersection A dash union B whole dash is. Okay, my dear children. See these options. First option is null set. Second option is universal set. Third option is A dash. And the fourth option is B dash. Okay, my dear children. Out of these four options, first option is correct. Let us see the explanation part. See this adjacent figure, this Venn diagram. Before that, first let us take the given statement A union B, A union B, A union B dash whole dash intersection A dash union B whole dash. This is a given statement. This is equal to, it is in the form of A union B whole dash. What is the formula? A union B whole dash is equal to A dash intersection B dash. So, A dash intersection, here B dash means B dash only. So, B dash whole dash. Understood this part, my children? Right. Intersection Here also we use the same formula. So A dash whole dash intersection B dash. Understood this part, my children? Right. By using this formula, we got this step. Understood this step, my children? Right. That is equal to A dash intersection B dash whole dash is equal to B. Okay, my children, understood this part, my children? Right, intersection. A dash whole dash is equal to A. So, A intersection B dash. Understood this part, my children? Because A dash whole dash is equal to A and B dash whole dash is equal to B. By using these two formulae, we got this step. Understood this step, my children? Right. If you observe this diagram, Venn diagram, this is A dash intersection B. This horizontal lines shaded region, A dash intersection A intersection B dash, and this vertical line shaded region denotes A dash intersection B. Are these two areas are intersecting? No, they are not intersecting. So the common area is not there. For these two sets, there is no common area. So empty set. Understood the question, my dear children? Right. Now come to the question number 3. In a community, it is found that 52% people like coffee and 73% like tea. If X% like both coffee and tea, then, okay, my children, understood the question? See here, options. First option, X is greater than or equal to 25. B, second option, X is less than or equal to 52. Third option, 25 less than or equal to X less than or equal to 52. And the fourth option, all of these. Okay, my children. Out of all these four options, third option is correct. This one is 25 is less than or equal to X less than or equal to 52. Let us see the explanation part. Let us assume that C denotes people like coffee. Letter T denotes people like tea. From the given data, we can write N of C is equal to 52%, N of T is equal to 73%, and N of C intersection T is equal to X%. Understood this step, my children? Right. For our convenient, let us assume that the total number of people in the community is equal to 100. That is, n of universal set is equal to 100 because the percentages are given here. That is why for our convenient, easy to calculate, we are taking the total number of people in the community is equal to 100. Okay, my children. Therefore, n of A union B is less than or equal to n of universal set. In any set, n of A union B is less than or equal to n of universal set. Okay, my dear children, understood this step? Right. This implies we know n of A union B formula. So in LHS, I wrote n of A union B formula. What is the n of A union B formula? N of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B, less than or equal to n of universal set. Understood this step, my children? Just I wrote n of A union B formula in LHS of this inequation. Understood this step, my children? Right. This implies in LHS, I substituted the values of n of A, n of B, and n of A intersection B. Then we get 52 plus n of B, 73, minus n of A intersection B is X, less than or equal to n of A universal set is equal to 100. Understood this step, my dear children? Right. This implies by simplifying these two terms, 52 plus 73, what will you get here? 125 minus X. Understood this LHS part, my children? Right. Less than or equal to, we wrote RHS part 100 as it is. Understood this step, my children? Right. This implies we are sending 125 to RHS. Then it becomes minus 125. So see this next step. I wrote minus X as it is. Just I am sending 125 to RHS. Less than or equal to 100 minus 125. Understood this step, my dear children? Right. This implies in LHS minus x we get as it is less than or equal to. If you simplify these two terms in RHS, what will you get? 100 minus 125 minus 25. So we wrote minus 25 in RHS. Understood this RHS, my dear children? Right. This implies, come to the next step. Here negative sign is there, so we have to find value of x. So we are multiplying this inequation by minus 1 on both sides. Do you remember, if you multiply an inequation by minus 1 on both sides, then inequality sign changes. Means if less than symbol is there, then we write greater than symbol. If greater than symbol is there, we write less than symbol. If there is less than or equal to symbol, we write greater than or equal to symbol, and greater than equal to symbol changes to less than or equal to symbol. Okay, my dear children, remember this point, my dear children. So x is here less than or equal to symbol is there. It is changed as greater than or equal to. Understood this step, my dear children? 25. Consider this result as equation 1. In equation 1. Again, A intersection B is a subset or equal to A. This is also a properties of sets. A intersection B is a subset or equal to A. This implies n of A intersection B is less than or equal to n of A. Okay, my children. N of A intersection B is less than or equal to n of A. This implies what is n of A intersection B? X. In RHS, I wrote x. Less than or equal to, in RHS, I wrote n of A value. What is n of A value? 52. So x is less than or equal to 52. Understood this step, my children? Assume this result as equation 2. From the inequations 1 and 2, what will you get? 25 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 52. Understood, my children? Right. Now come to the question number 4. Which is of the following is an empty set? Here some sets are given. We have to identify which of these sets are an empty set. Okay, my dear children, see the first option. All these sets are given in the set builder form. Okay, my dear children, set of all x such that x is a real number and x square minus 1 is equal to 0. Second option, set of all x such that x is a real number and x square plus 3 is equal to 0. Third option, set of all x such that x is a real number and x square minus 9 is equal to 0. And fourth option, set of all x such that x is a real number and x square is equal to x plus 24. Okay, my children. Now come to the solution part. Here, out of all these 4 options, second option is correct option. That is this one. This set is an empty set. Let us see the explanation part. In the option B, if you take this equation, given equation, G dot E dot stands for given equation. Okay, my children, understood this short form? Given equation is x square plus 3 is equal to 0. This is a given equation. Okay, my children, now we are solving this equation. This implies x square is equal to, we are sending plus 3 to RHS, it becomes minus 3. Understood this step, my children? Right. This implies x is equal to plus or minus square root of minus 3. Understood this step, my children? Right. If you observe this number, this is not a real number. But what is given? It is a real number. This set is a real number. So this x value is not a real number. Therefore, this set is an empty set. Understood, my dear children? Right. Now come to the next question, that is question number 5. The set builder form of A is equal to set minus 1 comma 1 is. Understood the question, my dear children? We have to write this set in the set builder form. See these options. A is equal to set of all x such that, do you remember how to read a set in the set builder form? First we have to read it as a set of all x. If there is y, set of all y. After that, two dots are there. We read it as such that. Remember this point, my dear children, how to read a set in the set builder form. Such that x is an integer. See the second option, a is equal to, how do you read this one? Set of all x such that x is a root of the equation x square plus 1 is equal to 0. Now come to the third option, a is equal to, how do you read this one? Set of all x such that x is a real number. Okay, my children. Now fourth option, a is equal to, again set builder form. How do you read this one? Set of all x such that x is a root of the equation x square is equal to 1. Okay, my children. Out of these four options, fourth option is the correct option. Let us see the explanation. Here x square minus x square is equal to 1. If you find the roots of this equation, we get here x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 1 are the roots of the equation x square minus 1 is equal to 0. If we are taking this side 1, it becomes minus 1. Okay, my dear children, x square minus 1 is equal to 0. If you find the roots of this quadratic equation, we find the roots of this quadratic equation are x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 1. Understood this point, my dear children? Then a is equal to set minus 1 comma 1. This is set only. Understood this point, my dear children? Right. Come to the question number 6. The set A is equal to set of all x such that modulus of 2x plus 3 is less than 7 is equal to the set. Here different sets are given. We have to identify which set is equal to this given set. Understood the question, my dear children? Right. See the first option, D is equal to set of all x such that 0 less than x plus 5 less than 7. See the second option, B is equal to set of all x such that minus 3 less than x less than 7. Now come to the third option, E is equal to set of all x such that minus 7 less than x less than 7. Now come to the fourth option, C is equal to set of all x such that minus 13 less than 2x less than 4. Now come to the solution part. Out of these four options, first option is correct option. Now let us see the explanation part. We have the given inequation. We write here given inequation. Modulus of 2x plus 3 is less than 7. There is a properties of modulus function. Modulus of x is equal to a implies minus a less than x less than a. We can write this property. We are using this property here to solve this inequation. Okay, my children, this implies here x means 2x plus 3 and a means 7. Compare this function with this function. Okay, my children, right. This implies minus 7 less than 2x plus 3 less than 7. Understood this step, my children? By using this modulus property, we wrote this step. Okay, my children, right. This implies here we are finding x value. So here 2x plus 3 is there. First we remove the constant term. What is the constant term here? Plus 3. So we subtract 3 from the entire inequation. So minus 7 minus 3 less than 2x plus 3 minus 3 less than 7 minus 3. From this entire inequation we are subtracting 3. Understood this step, my children? Right. This implies here what will you get? Minus 7 plus minus 3 minus 10. Isn't it, my children? Right. Less than 2x, here plus 3 minus 3 gets cancelled. plus 3 minus 3 gets cancelled. What will you get here? 2x only. Understood this part, my dear children? Middle part. Right. Less than 7 minus 4. What will you get? 7 minus 4? 7 minus 3? 4 only. Understood this part, my dear children? Right. Understood this step, my dear children? Right. This implies, again here, 2x is there. So we divide this entire inequation by 2. Here 3 terms are there. This is first term, this is second term, this is third term. So we divide these 3 terms by 2. So what will you get here? Minus 5 less than, here middle term we get x less than, here we get 2 by dividing by 2. Then we get this inequation. Understood this step, my children? Right. Again this inequation we are adding 5. We are adding 5 to the entire inequation. This implies minus 5 plus 5 less than x plus 5 less than 2 plus 5. Understood this step, my children? We are adding 5 to entire inequation. This implies minus 5 plus 5. What will you get here? 0. Understood this term, my children? Right. Less than, we wrote x plus 5 as it is. Understood this part, my children? Less than 2 plus 5. What will you get here? 7. Understood this part, my children? So finally we got 0 less than x plus 5 less than 7. What is the option? This only. Understood this question, my children? Right.